Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to make this diamond crochet skirt. And to get started, you'll need your yarn, you'll need scissors, stitch markers, your hook, and today I'll be using a size 4.0 mm and your tape measure. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing to get started is to get your hip size. All right, you're just going to take your tape measure around your hip, and we're going to make the band to fit the hip size. To do so, make a slip knot, and then I'm going to chain 5, then hold the 5th one and chain 3, 1 2 3, yarn over, make a double crochet into the 5th chain that we made, and then continue with double crochets going down to the first chain that we made. And then we have our first row. So after we made our first row, the next thing we're going to do is to chain 2, turn our work, yarn over, and make a double crochet into the next double crochet there. Like this. So you're going to continue making double crochets on top of double crochets until you get the length that is long enough to go around your hip size. So just to show you again, chain 2, yarn over, turn your work, and then continue with your double crochets until you're at the end. So I'm going to continue doing this off camera until I get the length that I need to match the hip size that I'm working on. So I'm finished making my band, and it measures up to the length that I need, which is 30 inches. Next thing you want to do is to look where or how big you want your diamonds to be. So with this method, you can see I have 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows, up to 2 rows. So it's a bit easier to track how many rows that I have in 2. So if I want my diamond to just be in, all right, let me put it in the middle. If I want my diamonds to just be this small, then I would make sure that if it's going to be this small, the length of these 2 double crochets, I'll have to make sure that it is even. And the best way to do that is to see at the end I have 2 as well, so you can see the grooves in them, right? If I want it to be like the diamond to be the length of 3 rows, right, I'll have to count to see if I get an even amount of 3s. If I want it to be 4, then just to make sure that it is so, right? So you get the gist of it. So what I'm going to do, I want my diamonds to be basically 4 double crochets in total, right? So to do that, I'm going to count them out. So 1 2 3. Okay, so I will get an even amount of diamonds that I need. So you just need to make sure that it is even, right? The next stage is to close the band. To do so, I'm going to take my hook and turn, enter my hook into the first stitch or double crochet there, and then insert my hook to the other side into that chain 2 that was done. Yarn over, pull through, and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the second double crochet on this side, into the next side, yarn over, pull through, make a slip stitch. Insert your hook in one side to the next side, yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through the last stitch to complete your slip stitch. And turn our work so it's not falling like this. You're on the right side of your skirt. So now remember that I wanted my band or my diamonds to be, you know, to cover 4 double crochets. All right, so each double crochet is 2 single crochet, so it'll be 2, 4, 6, and 8. We need to make a number of chains so that it is long enough to form a V. So what we're going to do is to double the 8, which should be 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you see, it would fall like this. And this is to show you the width. Remember, if you're doing if you want your diamonds to be to cover like 3 rows like this, it would be 6 and you'll make 12. If it's smaller and you want it to be 2, this will be 4, so you will make 8, right? So I'm going to continue. So after I've made a chain of 16, I'm going to slip stitch or make a single crochet into the space there that I need. All right, so this is how it's looking. So after you make your single crochet, you're going to chain the amount that you need again. So I'm going to chain 16. 1, after I've made the 16 chain, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, make a single crochet right here, like that. So now you're seeing like the V's, right? Continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16. And if it's easier for you, what you can do is to use your stitch markers. So I have them here, right? So you'll just mark where you need to go before you start, like this, so it's easier to pick up. So like this. So I'm going to continue making mine and then show you what to do near at the end. Okay, so now that I'm at the last row, I seem to have miscounted, but it's fine. I'm going to chain 16 same way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Okay, so I'm going to make a slip knot at the center here. not a slip knot, a single crochet. Okay. All right, so to get to the next point, I'm going to turn my work like so, and we're going to make slip knots until we get this even amount that we started with. So I started with 16, so I'm going to make a slip stitch until I get 88. Sorry. So you're going to make slip stitches until you get half of the chain size. So you can make it into the chains like so. So now that I'm at the 8th point, I'm going to make the same amount of chains, so 16. So right, I'm going to count 16. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now that I have 16 chain, I'm going to make a single crochet into this space. So right in the middle, make a single crochet. So as you can see, the diamonds will start to form. All right, show you one more time. After you make your single crochet, chain the amount that you need. You're going into the next space with a single crochet. See, you get another diamond forming. All right, so I'm going to finish mine off camera and show you what to do when you're at the beginning point, which would have been here. Okay, so now that I'm back to where I started, and as you can see, this is where the slip stitches were. I'm going to make the same number of chains, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, and in this space I'm going to make a single crochet. Next thing that you want to do is to turn your work and to go back where you're coming from and make your slip stitch into the chains. Same amount of slip stitches that you did before, you want to make that into the chain that you did last. So we're going to continue after you've made the slip stitch up to the half of your chain, the chains that you made. You're just going to continue making your chains going around. So I'm going to continue doing mine to go around, and then I'll tell you the number of rows that I did, but for yourself you make the number of rows that fits the length that you need. So this is how mine is looking so far, as you can see, and I have 10 rows. So as I mentioned before, just measure it on yourself to see how long it fits, and when I measured this on the mannequin, it was at a good length, right? Then next thing you're going to do is to make a chain to go through the band here. You want to make a chain that is long enough to measure around your hips comfortably, and so that you can have enough to tie a knot in the front. So after you make your straps, you just want to weave them in to the band here. And seeing that this is the back, because this is where we have the slip stitches, so we don't want it to be at the front. So they're basically in one position, right? So all we need to do is just to find half of our work, and you can measure it like this. So the middle would be around here. Just going to use a stitch marker, or you can count it yourself just to get the right measurement in the middle. So to weave in the straps, what you're going to do is to insert your hook just to go in and out every other row. Next thing, to get the diamond to really take shape on yourself, you make some tassels, and this is because the tassel will bring down the shape of the skirt, and you'll get the diamond shape that way. So you need to make tassels that are heavy enough to bring it down. So you can make them as long as you need or mid-length. So I'm going to make some tassels that is about this length. On each tassel, I want about 6 or 3 pairs, or 3 in total. Like this, right? So this will give me 6 individual tassels at the end like this. I'm just going to cut some more just to show you, so that I have the same length working with. So after I've made all 3s, I'm going to hold them together like this and go into the middle of the stitch, the diamond, and just insert my hook and then wrap it over my hook and pull through, and just make 1 single crochet like this and pull through. So here you have a tassel. Right, so I'm going to do the same to go around the skirt, and I'll show you how it looks when I'm finished. So as you can see, when I added the tassels, it becomes a bit longer, right, like this. So this is it for your diamond skirt. So I'll show you how it looks on the mannequin at the end of the video. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.